Alt bars like the Velo Orange Crazy Bar are great. They give you multiple hand positions. You've got this nice swept back position to be upright. It's fairly wide, so you get good control in technical terrain. And there are also these little nubs here if you miss those on the hood's positions of drop bars. There are many bars that are like this, and usually my biggest problem with them isn't the rise or the sweep or the angle. It's how wide they put the nubbins. This is a real kind of tricky thing to manufacture because so many people have different preferences as to where they want to put this. Some people want it narrower, some people want it wider. And unless these nubs are spaced perfectly where you want it, there's going to be a little bit of compromise. I've been using the Harvey Mushman handlebars here on the hardtack, and I've been really digging them, but on those longer rides, I do miss the nubs. So in this video, we're going to do our own DIY crazy / alt bar. This isn't a new idea. Actually, I did something exactly like this to a bike of mine back in like 06 or something. Since then, I shifted to primarily drops, and now that I'm experimenting with more swept back bars and alt bars, I thought I would do it again in case you guys didn't know, although you guys are pretty smart, so you've probably seen this trick. So the idea is that you can use bar ends and put them in the middle of the handlebar, giving you an alt bar. So the bar ends become mid-bar ends or inner ends. These ones are cool silver ones from Origin 8. I like them mostly because of the look and also because the offset angle here looks like it'll point the nub straight when I combine it with the handlebar. You can use whatever you like. I know someone's already bringing up SQ Labs. They make inner bar ends. They look okay. They looked a little spendy. This was a lot cheaper and it was silver. I want them to be wider than where they're usually placed on most alt bars. I think on the Velo Orange Crazy Bar, they're set 42 centimeters apart. I think on the Koga Denim Bar, they're like 40, and I want mine at like 46. I like wide drops, and I want the nubs to be wider. Okay, these are the bars that we're going to turn into alt bars, and I want these to be where the hoods would be on my drop bar bike, which is about 46 centimeters wide. So I'm going to divide that by 2, and that would give me 23. So right about here, I'm going to put a little mark there. Go to the other side, 23, be about here. I'm using some ear protection because I have a cheap compressor and it's super loud. You're probably wondering what the air compressor is for. I found it's the quickest way to remove and install these ESI grips. Popping off the end cap, using a narrow nozzle, I just stick it under the grip and blows it off. So these are angled, and it looks like if I put it on like this, it'll be kind of straight. So I'll do it like that. First we'll remove the brake. It's pretty easy. Loosen the bolt here. This should just slide right on, hopefully. Not too much friction. And right about there. We'll test this placement out. Maybe give it a slight angle. Slip the brake lever back on. I know someone's gonna complain about the housing. It is a little long. I'm leaving it long because I'm playing with different derailleurs at the moment, and they require different cable housing length, and I just don't have infinite pink housing here, so there you go. We've got our awesome Party Pace grips coming soon. I love these things, silicone, they're made by ESI. You guys know I'm a big fan of these grips even before we're getting some branded ones, so cool to see that happening. Again, I found the easiest way to get this on is with an air compressor. I kind of just start it on, stick the nozzle under it. And what that does is it creates a whole pocket of air and allows you to kind of position the grip. The ESI, the cap back on. Okay, one down, one more to go. Let's move the shifter. Yep, a lot of cable. Get the brake. Grab our other bar end, loosen, and slide this on. This is kind of like a reverse plier thing. Put the brake on, time to put the shifter back on. Taking the grip again, just getting it started on the end, sticking the nozzle in, and they're bracing against the bike. Finish pushing this on and popping in the end cap. All right, okay, so pretty stoked on it. This was a fairly kind of simple modification to gain back a fair amount of kind of comfort, I think, in the long term. We have to play with the angle and kind of fine tune the width, but I do think this will give me, again, the on the hood's position much wider than most alt bars out there. So show you guys what it looks like. A little dorky and nerdy, but whatever. I mean, I don't see how these are any weirder than having like aero bars on a flat bar, you know? Again, to kind of illustrate on the longer ride, I just like putting my hands a little bit closer in. It allows me to bend forward, engage a different muscle group, get a little bit more aero or whatever. But also climbing, I tend to like kind of climbing from this position also. Fairly inexpensive and easy upgrade. I'll probably do a follow-up in a couple of weeks and we'll see if I keep it this way or if I do something else. If you learned something today and enjoyed the video, maybe this gave you some ideas, please consider supporting the channel by joining us on Patreon or checking out the store and picking up some merch. Gotta sell that merch. As always, everybody, keep the supple side down.